Photo credit channel Zero NoEnd House HouseSyfy acquired NBCU Media Village. With its third episode, channel Zero NoEnd House explored the corrosive nature of secrets. The secrets we keep from ourselves and from others. The kinds of secrets that taint and ruin our closest relationships. The kinds of secrets that lock us into unhealthy behavior patterns. The kinds of secrets that put our lives in danger. With this episode, we now know most of our protagonists' biggest secrets and the terrible toll that they've taken on those who keep them. But what we don't know, and what I'm increasingly anxious to find out, is what happens when all those secrets are finally revealed. If certain thoughts are going to hurt you, it might be best not to think them. The episode began with the slow disintegration of Margot Amy Forsyth's perfect lie. After telling Jules that she wanted to stay with her father to learn his secrets, Margot learned that he didn't anything to tell her. The illusion began to crack when Margot caught him rehearsing his human impression and was totally shattered after Margot discovered her mother's face in the trash. Father John Carroll Lynch confirmed that it was the last remnant of the memory he tore from her mind and devoured the night before. That horrifying reveal prompted her to barricade herself in room, which in turn prompted him to confess that his need for memories was making him feel unstable. Now free of the delusion that father was actually her father, Margot fled through a spatial fold in her closet. The sequence of events leading to Margot's escape from her father was brilliantly staged. Writers Don Mancini and Erica Sala escalated the tension between two characters at just the right tempo, also giving us a greater understanding of Margot's thought process. Stephen Pete's direction was very effective at making Margot's claustrophobia palpable. And Forsyth and Lynch did a remarkable job conveying fear, need and genuine affection that defines their dynamic. You can have all the time in the world elsewhere in Room World. Jules Aisha D also struggled with having her memories being devoured, although the process was very different. Instead of chatting with an outwardly pleasant friendly psychopomp, her memories were drained by the orb she encountered in her room 5. In this episode, it had her transfixed in the basement of the house she and Seth Jeff Ford were hiding in and consumed Jules' memories of her sister. While it's unclear how Jules is perceiving her meeting with the orb, it's obviously affecting her thoughts and behavior. Sadly, Jules seems determined to keep her terrible secret to herself. The Jules segment in this week's episode revealed what is likely the group's biggest obstacle to escaping the house. From what we've seen so far, it appears that inside the house, the lies you tell become the bonds that keep you locked in place. To be free of its influence, one needs to come clean. Unfortunately, the group doesn't trust each other enough to tell each other their secrets. That lack of honesty allows their lies, and therefore their bonds, to remain strong. And that failing is allowing the house to enjoy quite the feast. I think it's the edge of the world. After losing the memory of her sister, Jules resolved to find Margot, and Seth agreed to help. The duo met up with JT Seamus Patterson and teamed up to distract father long enough to escape with Margot. The next day, Margot went exploring with Seth and found what appeared to be one of Room 6's border walls. We also learned that Seth was an orphan who spent his childhood bouncing from family to family, and that he taught himself to suppress those painful memories until being reminded of them when he entered Room 5. At this point, it's pretty clear that something is off with Seth. One possibility is that he is one of the house's psychopomps, but is somehow able to exist outside the house. If that's the case, he could have been the one to create the videos that lured Margot and others to the house in the first place. The other possibility is that he is a psychopath who imprisoned and possibly killed some of his foster families. That would explain the vision he had in episode 2 and why he seems to be the only member of the group who isn't interested in leaving. For him, the house is a playground. Of all the kids in the house, his secrets seem like they are going to be the most destructive. You're falling apart already. While returning to the group, Margot was again found by father. Thinking quickly, she and the others lured him into an abandoned house when he appeared to fall through a trapdoor to his death. It's a real credit to John Carroll Lynch's acting that he was able to make father incredibly sympathetic in his lead up to his death scene. He was able to convey a sense of parental love and profound conflict that was very affecting. After disposing of father, Dylan Sebastian Piggott met up with the group. He confirmed that memory remnants were indeed trying to eat their memories. He also expressed his belief that once a person leaves the house, the memories will return, which is why he went back in after Lacey Jess Salguero. The group resolved to attack the border wall the next morning. Margot and Seth had sex, after which Seth saw that JT was disintegrating because he wasn't eating any memories. Eerily, he was unbothered by that revelation and went back to bed with Margot. Jules went back to the basement and the orb extracted several more of her memories. Watch your favorite shows on Fubo TV. Watch over 67 live sports and entertainment channels with a 7-day free trial. While there are a lot of emotional breakthroughs and forward progression in this episode, I can't help but feel incredibly worried for the kids. Despite what they seem inexperienced, I don't have the impression they really are ready to take on the house. All the group's hidden secrets and agendas mean they aren't as united as they seem. And the house is an intelligent enough predator to pick up on those schisms and exploit them to its benefit. Hopefully, the group will begin the painful process of clearing the air and find a way to truly be free of the house. Channel Zero NoEnd House airs on Wednesdays at 109 C on Sci-Fi.